Hi guys, really hope you guys can see me and hear me. I'm just checking to see if everything is working fine. Popping up the chat to see what's up. And then pop out chat. And after popping out chat, I'll just go ahead and tweet that I'm starting today. I think I've already tweeted it, so I should just go to my Twitter and be like, we are live or something. Because I believe we are. If you are here and you're watching this, could you just send a message or something so I know that everything is fine and you can hear me clearly? How do you mean share? Okay, get a shareable link. And here, I cut. Live now. Groups. Okay. Hashtags. Maybe some emoji. Genesis. I'm actually thinking about the emoji to use. How? As we do. And we post. Right. In any case, I would assume that no one else is here, so just get on with it. Isn't that what they say? Yeah. Let's just get on with it. Hi Genesis, how is everything going? How is life? How is everything? I hope my screen is big enough. I think it's too big. I mean, now I've already, so just to give a recap of all that we have discussed. The idea is that we'll be building something, and for the first season of Let's Build Something, it's just going to be about life is not hard. Please don't spoil it. Yeah. So for the first season, I'm calling seasons an episode just like movies. For the first season, what I'm going to try and build is to create a file sharing application with a GUI, and it will allow the user to select a file, share it over the network. And I want to make use of the sockets module in Python. This is probably an easy project that for a lot of people, but for me it's a pretty big one. So let's just get on with it. Yes. So this is first episode, 0th episode. It's mostly going to be about setting up the workspace repository, doing some research about how the thing could actually be done, and yeah, that's basically it. Yes. So you guys go and share the tweet or whatever it is, and then we go on from here. Oh yes, as Hope is here, the FM. Hi Hope. Yes, Hope was the one that was here who brought the whole thing out with the socket thing. So shout out to Chairman Hope. Why do I always click on P instead of making it big? I think this is big enough. Yeah. So CD revenue 44. Oh, I have no idea where I am. I think. Oh yeah. I think last time we created a live stream, live builds. I wrote it lives. In any case, yeah, and nothing was there. Really? Yeah, today I'm not gonna share my IP. It's very important. Unlike the last time. I don't remember the folder that I've created. That's wild. Where are my folders? Y'all should close your eyes. It's not like I can anyway, so there's nothing here. Da 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 da. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, right. Da 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 da. Origins. Oh, that was Origins. So I didn't create it inside the live builds. Huh. Interesting, Paul. Go to live builds. Rename this to, well, live builds, and remove. Closing this. Since this does not exist anymore, cd live build, and then we make a DR for what we are building today, which I'm just calling the socket thing. But in any case, I think instead of starting from here, I would rather start from here, from my GitHub. What's trending? Workers ask flip, whatever. GitHub.com. And I'm just going to create a repository, write the requirements of the project, write the different aspects, and then from there we can like take it from there, you know. Somehow I've been logged out of GitHub. The thing has become small again. It's kind of a portable local host. Why should it be portable local host? Yeah, do you have any idea what we are building? Hope. Why should it be portable local host? Yes. So the first idea was to access someone else's local host, right, from another PC. That was the initial idea. But I think it would be much better to build a file transfer system, an application that would be able to like connect the two of them. So it wouldn't be, should I say, it wouldn't be descriptive enough to call it a portable host. I don't know if you get me, Hope. Right. What's my password? Really? Where's my phone? Yeah, let me just log in here. But I hope you heard what I said, Hope. Yeah, it makes sense. So if it's up to me, I'm just going to call it a socket thing, right? So we better like get another name before I create the GitHub repository, else I'm calling the socket thing. 3, 6, 7, 5, 1, 2. Great. Now I shouldn't be looking at these things, you know. Go to your profile and create a new repository. How do you even do that nowadays? Only there's a plus sign here, right? New repository. Yes, so socket thing, or we are changing the name. It's a file sharing system. I could call it a socket thing for real. I mean, it's unique and it's nice to me. Simple, straightforward. The socket thing. Description. The ultimate file sharing app. It's system. Anyway, it's a public repository. Should I add a README file? I think I'll write that later. Bam, I'll add it. And git ignore. I think there is one for Python. Just go with that. Licenses, the normal MIT. Like, you can never go wrong with MIT, right? Yes, main is fine. What have we decided on the name? Socket thing. I'm actually checking how many people are watching the thing right now. So there's only one person watching the thing. I don't know if it's Hope or it's or it's Ransford. So I guess we are going with socket thing then, since nobody else is here. So right. Create repository. Okay. What are we going to do? Oh, so it's transferred as I think Hope is gone. I've not actually used wikis before, but I feel like using wikis this time around because why not? Yeah. Create a first page, call it home. Really? Welcome to the socket thing wiki. In any case, let's write down some requirements and stuff about yeah. I think I'll just call the first page home, and I'll link the other wikis there as well. The socket thing wiki. Yeah, and I'll just go with this one. This one I don't have anything to do with it, so I'm just going to leave it like this. How do you save? Initial home page is fine. Right, and what? Pages. Oh, here. Okay. So new page. What is the? You are here. Okay. Socket thing. What is? So you allowed me to name the thing the socket thing. And what? So socket thing is supposed to be what? Peer-to-peer file sharing application, which would allow people to share files between themselves safely and go safely and go over a network or over the internet, because I want to make use of the actual IP addresses, right? Yeah. Use case. The use case I have in my mind is that we are going to, what did I just do? Oh, tab doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to, oh, it could actually work if I use this. Oh. Use case. Sender of the file opens the socket thing app, and before you ask, it's going to be a GUI. So yes, like the GUI will be like the last part that we would implement, but then the future, the whole process that's coming to my mind is for it to be a GUI. And 1, 2, 3, 4. When a sender opens up the file opens the socket thing up, he would, so there would be like 2 options, right? So he says was 2 options, or he selects that he wants to share a file. Then this is so long, typing 4 spaces, come on. Select that he wants to share a file. So selecting that he wants to share a file, he would if he selects that he wants to share a file, he should get, the way I see it is this, from what we've learned from the socket thing, the whole socket thing that we did last, was it Monday? You are mixing your posts without supplement. What? I'm mixing my post without supplement. That is why I'm not typing plenty. Oh yeah, mixing your post workout supplement. Hey, step for that's why. Don't worry. When we start showing our gym videos, you know what we're talking about. Yeah. Nothing give me. Be like, I have to come to you for lectures because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I think the sender of the file, he's not the one that's going to create the connection. In actual sense, I think is the one that's going to create the connection. Yeah. I mean, I think the connection can occur anyways. But anyway, it says that he wants to share a file. He would get a share code, something like, and this is supposed to be like an encrypted form of his IP and port, just to like, you know, share it to the other person. Now the idea is that he'll get this share code, and then he would give this share code to the recipient. You have to spell recipient. How do you spell recipient? Recipient. Right. Oh yeah, I'll try. Cut. And oops, not it. The recipient of the file. Recipient also opens up the socket thing. Oh, it's supposed to be like this. There. Like this. The recipient will also open up the socket thing, and of course select that he wants to receive a file recipient is prompted to enter the the share code from the sender. So that the idea is that this would be used to like establish the socket connection, because the share code, actually let me not be writing this here. They're supposed to be part of the implementation aspects, not part of the use case. It doesn't really make sense, but it could just be here. So the share code would then be like decrypted, and then you would get like the person's IP and port, and then you could, you could, connect the socket to that IP and port, right? And then you can then send a file. So recipient connects with the sender, and the file can then be shared. And what? There should be a progress bar. I mean, they shouldn't have to say what a progress bar is doing. The progress bar is doing what it's doing, right? Yeah, this is what I want to build, essentially. I hope it's sensible. Hope it runs forward, because it might be sensible in my mind, but it might not be sensible in terms of an implementation, from an implementation POV, right? So I hope it's sensible. That's all that matters, right? Oh, wait, what? Isn't this supposed to? Or or it's because I invented them. Let me try this. Oh, so because I invented them. Shape. Now I have to remove all of this. Oh, for real, you have to put us on. Share. They play. You have to put us on because, yeah, this is way better. So yes. Added what there, well, added initial thoughts on what the socket thing is. Save page. Oh, okay, so we have a home page. I can add a custom footer. Blah blah. So yeah, this is what we are building. Killer. I think. Alright. What just happened? What just happened? Why does it have percentage 3 up there? I don't get it. I don't know. But yeah. Here's what we are building. So far it looks good there. Hey. I see I hear it, I mean you help me so. So should we get into coding? Because I think these are sensible requirements. So final year there, Jim. Good. Enjoy. Oh, now they're adding the license here like this. We don't have been here in a while. Anyway, what I'm going to do is to just go to. There is a readme. Oh yeah, that's a readme. Go to wikis and go and copy this. Come back to code. Edit this. And write what? What is the socket thing? And paste that here. Oh, what is here? Okay. And paste that here and what? Your ultimate. I get variable. Your ultimate file sharing system. With an emoji. None of those. Where is it? 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 Why am I wasting time on weekly? Okay, babe, you're actually right. But I'm a fan of documentation. So, any case, let's work, okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, get back to cloning this and start work. Where's my VS Code terminal? It's clone. Just realized that my PC is about to get low. Just hold on a minute. One moment. Working on a 19% PC. Like, are you serious, Paul? Can't even fix my own charger in. Can't find the hole. Right. Great. I hope everything is so solid. Yeah. Great. Cloned. Git. Not git. Code. The socket thing. The gym makes your mind relax. Hey, killers. Nah, there are like levels to this thing. Now that I think about it, because if gym they make your mind relax, yeah, some will. Anyway, let's get down to business, right? So, how do we structure this? Well, there has to be a recipient, there has to be a sender, right? I'm going to like add them as modules, right? So let's see, and I have to test on my PC as well. And how I'm going to test is to make sure that, I'm thinking, okay, send, and not in there, here, right here, receive. I hope I've spelled the receive well. It looks weird in my eye. So in here we're going to have what? Say shop. Send file, send.py, whatever it is. Init py. Okay. Yes, sir. No, I think the structure, I guess the one and stick with it. Okay. Send. That's py. I like to get things perfect, by the way, which never happens. Import socket, and what else are we using? So the idea is that the socket, the sender is supposed to create that kind of the sender should create, and the other one send, which I'm thinking of it, shouldn't it be the other way around? Because one person has to create the socket and the other person will be sending. But I hope it works. So this should be what? If this is the sender, this should be the server, right? So server socket should equal to socket dot socket. So apparently you could add like socket families. I don't know much about it, but when I was doing my research, you could like add like sockets dot all of these things which I don't know about. The one that I see most people use apparently has to do with the file transfer mode and stuff like that. They say that one is using UDP to do the transfer and one is using TCP. So one is reliable and one is not reliable. I don't know which is which. If you have used it before, you can tell me now. Else I'll do a research like after I set up the structure, we'll Google it, give up. So yeah, host IP address, server, I mean define this as constant or something. Server IP. Let's use 127.0.0.1. This reminds me of something. Server port. Which we got set. I mean whatever, right? 4004. And so what do we do? How do we create sockets again? I honestly forgotten what we did last time, right? Server socket.bind, and you bind it to an address, which is what's the server IP and the server port, right? And then you're supposed to like be listening forever, essentially. Here, all true. Client socket. So client socket and something, I've forgotten what that is, and something was supposed to be called to server sockets dot accept, and this is supposed to require the address of the other person. Fine. Client address. So the idea is that before this would actually happen, there has to be a way that these two things, TCP always gives you the acknowledgement. Yes, but then like they specify it in here, and it's not actually like written as TCP. They pass into arguments the family and the type, so the socket kind. So like this and this. The family is what the address family. I think you'd use like the normal IP. I think they're using the version. I don't know which of the versions is the most common. That doesn't really matter. It's a type that I'm more interested in, right? They have like a type for it. I'll just Google that in a bit, or I could just do that now. Why are you there instead of here? Okay. Is the thing even zooming in at all? Too much. 300 is okay. Yes. Python socket type specification. Socket module. Okay. Yeah, something is here. Sockets programming in Python guide. Socket stream is a socket type for TCP. Great. That's what I was looking for. And how do you specify the address type also? Some AFNet something. Okay, let's look for it then. So this should be what? Socket dot what? IP version 6 and IP version 4. I think this is version 4 and this will be version 6. I mean, that's the only sensible thing, right? And then the other one says sockets dot. Do I even remember what they said? Yep, I don't. Let me not even try and what is it? Socket stream. Okay. Socket dot socket stream. Why don't they have like a description or something on it so that we know what they are talking about? Nope, they don't. Anyway, yeah, this should work. We continuously pull, then we get the data, right? So that would be what? Data should be equal to client socket let's receive, and we receive something. For last time we're using 1024, we might have to use hide, and that's given that we want to receive files. This will receive something, and we are supposed to decode it. Last time we're just using strings to do that. So we just do it this way. And then if we get data, what we were supposed to do is to basically like process the data essentially. Right now I'm only going to like print out the data. That's decode. Oh, it's already decoded, so just print out the data. Yeah, I think this should be it because this will come in bytes. And we need to also close the connection, right? So you do a client address dot close, client socket dot close, I believe. Yeah, you close that connection. So something of the sort should work for like the sending side, and then for the receiving side, we have a receive.py. We import socket. The recipient doesn't need an IP address, but we create a client server here, and we make this socket dot. Did I choose version 6? So I choose the number one. Right? And socket dot socket stream, and then we do what? Client dot connect, client server dot connect, And the question is, where are we going to get the IP address and things from again? From this, like from this perspective, right? Because yeah, where are we going to get it from? For now, I could just like use this in here, but then the idea is to like encrypt and decrypt this so that the user will like actually send this to the person manually, and then you use that for the transfer. Oh yeah, we are going to get past the user input, but I'm just thinking of the end results, right? Somebody's supposed to be somewhere, open the app and send. Someone's supposed to be somewhere, open the app and receive. So manually they have to like find a way of exchanging this. If they have to like enter the IP address by themselves, that's weird. But then I'm trying to like find a way of encrypting it so that at the end, whoever is supposed to enter it will just enter the encrypted version. Our application will decrypt it and get the actual IP import of the person. That's the idea, right? So yeah, this guy connects with what? Server IP and server port. And I think after doing the connection, any of them can, when you connect, what do you get? You don't get anything. But I think you can also receive. Okay, so it can happen both ways. Then in that case, sender should be the one sending instead. Right. In that case, sender should be the one sending instead. Just so I get what I'm trying to do. I mean, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. But then here, instead of doing this, I want to rather do will this ever be none? What does it return? Just a tuple, right? I don't know what it returns if nobody else is connected. Something of the sort. And I'm just going to like run this alone and see what's up. Right. What? Invalid input where? Doesn't take anything. It just waits for an incoming connection and returns the blah 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 blah. Unless I'm getting something wrong here. So this happened on line 11. This is the problem. How is that a problem? How is this a problem? Isn't this what we did last time? Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, I think there was something else. There was several circuits that that's listen. Something like this. I think there was that. I need to find out what this listen does actually. This. And it's not even printing anything. But there is a while. Print something. Python send/send. So it kind of waits here, because I think if I was to do like a printing of something before here, yes, so it waits here then. We have learned something. It waits here until the connection comes before it proceeds. Great. Don't need to check then. So all I have to do is to send something from here rather. Client socket send, and I send some file sent that encode it in what UTF-8, and yeah, once it's done, I don't need to do anything again, right? I could just close it, close that connection, right? Then this guy is supposed to what? Receive some byte 1024 dot what? Decode. But this guy is supposed to also be doing it in a while loop, right? Come to think of it, I don't know how feasible this is. Last time we did this the other way around, where the guy connecting to the server here is the one that is, sending. But when he has to receive, then there is a problem, right? But let's just try it. Let's receive what? Then 24. That's what the code into what? UTF-8. And what? That's supposed to be what? Data. And print what? Data. If data. Print data. Can you type? Wow. yeah, let's just run this down and run the other one as well. Oh, he did receive it. He received it, right? But because I used a while loop, it was, I don't think we need to use a while loop here. We could just have something like this, right? So I will run only once. So as long as this one is, oops. Oh, I can't tell you I was writing. Hey, great, it works. First step. Please, what should we do next? Am I missing something? Actually, it's supposed to be a 1 hour stream, so it will be closing at 10 and continue on Saturday or something. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't be available, right? The question is how we are going to be getting this, right? Okay. Let's try and be building upon what we are doing here right now, right? So what I'm going to do is that now we are going to have like an actual app, which would be like the main entrance to the whole thing, and this stuff would be used from other places, right? So the idea is that the sender would always be waiting for someone to connect after sharing this, and when that connection is done, wherever it needs to send, it would send it, right? So when this is done, all I'm supposed to do is to sort of print out, say, maybe here, maybe waiting on a connection from on some port. Ship. Sorry, went to another window. And this will be like what? The server IP. And what? server port. And the idea is that this, I think all of this I can put into a function, right? So define start receiving something like this, and then import start receiving here. From .send import start receiving. Import statements are so weird nowadays. And what? Why did I call this start receiving? Start sending. I wonder. Paul. Start sending, receive. All of this is supposed to be a connection. Okay, so the idea is that we ask the person, the user, for the port and everything. So you can, define a function, starts receiving here, and here we take the port. For now, we are just going to ask for it from user input, like you said. So input, enter the server port, and what? We strip and assume that it's correct. No checks. I think before this too, you have to take the server IP. And we strip this too, we assume it's working. Then what we are going to do is create a socket and connect to that. So this will come in here, and instead of this, okay, we don't need that, and well, we're just going to reuse this code. Right. We create a server and connect to the port, and then we receive some data. From now, let's just assume it's going to be that small, like this and like this, and we can, what is that? From dot receive import start receiving, right? And then close this, close this, close this, close this. And there's supposed to be not in there here, like an app dot py. I think I should call it main.py, because why not? I just hate the fact that it just came here right now. Let's go back to app. Really? Which one is this? Honestly, I have no idea how to exit that if it comes to that. But anyway, yes. So here we could ask the user if he wants to send or receive, and if he wants to send, we'll call the write function. If he wants to receive, we'll call the write function. That's what I'm trying to do here, right? Choice is equal to input, enter, send, or receive. So if choice lower is equal to send, Then we call, obviously I have to import those as well. Import start from what? Receive. Import start receiving from send. Import start sending, and if it's called send, we do what? Start sending. Elif choice slower equal to receive. Then we call it start receiving. Else print out invalid input. Right, and this is self-explanatory. Nothing to do again. Yeah, let's just test that out and see if it will work or not. I keep writing this. Python app.py. Python app.py. Right. So this one is going to send. Waiting on connection on this. And this one is going to receive. So the idea is that this guy would sort of like go ahead and give this guy these things. I thought so it wouldn't work at the first time, right? This was line 9. And what's the error? String objects cannot be interpreted as an integer. Oh yeah, I didn't convert that, did I? That was supposed to be the recipient, right? Where is it? Here. Do that. Give what? Server port dot is numeric. Then we say what? Server port equals what? Int of what? Server port. Else print out what? Invalid server port, and what we return, and that's that. Done. Okay, let's go again. Receive. Enter the IP address 127.0.0.1 404. This, what else is there again? Value error, invalid literal for int with base 10. I'm honestly confused right now. This is happening on line 9. Line 9. Receive.py line 8 and starts receiving here. It's numeric. Convert it into an integer. Oh, right. I was converting the IP instead of really poor. Receive 127.0.0.1 404. Yes. I mean, it works. That's the initial logic of the application. I don't know if I should stop it here and we continue Saturday or something. But I think we have made progress, right? I would push this into the repository and then we figure out what to do from there. Anyway, guys, tell me something. What do you think? Should we end it here for today, or there is a milestone we have to reach? Because looking at the things we have to build, we have to actually figure out how to send an actual file. Right now, we are just sending some text, encrypting it, and sending it to binary, right? But we have to figure out how to send an actual file. We have to build a GUI for it, and then we have to figure out a way to encrypt the IP address of the person. You think we shouldn't stop over here? So this is the same place we stopped at. Fine. Let's figure out how to how to send an actual file, because I think that's like the next thing to do, right? So I'm going to create a test file. Where is the file? Here, and be like, what? Test file.txt. Okay. This is a test file to use to send whatever. This is a test file, and the idea is that maybe now here when we start sending, we can say file path equal to what? Milestone reached for today. We did this last week actually, Eugene. So technically it's not a milestone, we're just trying to re-implement what we did last week? Monday, I think. Right? But then file path is got to what? Test file.py. Now that I think of it, this might not work. Because if I'm sending this into this, you would see the file path as if it is here instead of seeing it as if it's here. So where is the OSF? My import should be in order. I guess we'll close at 10:15 so that it would be fair. We would make a progress, some small progress. I hope we figure out how to send a file by then. By 10:15 we are closing. ES dot, I think here we can get what file path should be equal to OS dot path dot absolute path, and we pass this guy through it. And hopefully it's supposed to return something sensible, right? And I'm just going to check that. Import OS. os.path.absolute path, and we pass it the same thing. The slash test file.py. Great, works. Oh. Yeah, so this works, and we can pass this to this like this. I think I'm doing this at the wrong side. Sorry. This is supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here. We are sending the file. When I send the file, expect what? File path. Our string as str. Right. None equals to none. I don't know why this is not working. It's okay. Union. I don't want to use you. And for that reason, I'm removing all of this. We'll write that later. But yeah, given that we have this file path, how do we send a file? That's the question. I think it's going to be like a for loop or something, right? I'm going to like literally Google my way out of it, unless anyone has an idea. Yeah, we want to send a text file, but then I don't think opening it and sending it one by one is the best case. Like, we want to send the file itself. It's a wrong file. What do you mean wrong file? Wait, I'm confused. Oh, test file.txt. Right. Right. Yes. I hope that's what you were referring to. But yeah, sending a file over socket connection. I hope that's what you're referring to, Eugene. So just let me know. Send file and receive file. What just happened before the thing opened? Great. Let's read. It's always good to read, but I'm not going to read anyway. Well, you could actually calculate the size. Okay. Like, why is this? Anyway. Okay. Whilst the received bytes, so you're expecting a certain number of bytes, whilst it's less than that, you would always do this. Okay. Okay, you get some chunk. This doesn't make sense. So, I don't like this. This one. Wait, hold up. This is sending rather. I thought that was receiving it. Oh, this one is receiving file size. A receive file size makes sense now. And this is the receive file. Okay, so it's good to receive file. You have to know the file size you are receiving. Great, understood. Then you open up a new file. Okay. Okay. So whilst the received byte is not less than, it's okay. I mean, first you are receiving 0. Makes sense. You receive a chunk. So you receive like this. If this chunk, if you get a chunk, you basically write to the file while the file is still open. Makes sense. And then received bytes plus equals the length of the chunk. Right, that makes sense. Then you receive another chunk, then you open it. This makes perfect sense. How do you send it? For this file size thing, I'm not going to stress. I'm just going to send a file size as the first thing, like as a string or something, so that I know that I'm expecting it. I'm not going to stress it at all. How do you send it? That's the question. How is the client the one sending? Well, fine. Send file. You get a file size, of course. Then you do a socket.send all. What is this struct thing that they are using? Struct Python. Interpret byte as packed binary. Interpret byte as packed binary. Who knows about this struct thing? I've never seen it before. Return a byte object containing the values. According to the string format, the argument must match the values required to the format. Okay. But I see that they are packing it. And this is supposed to be the format. Great. And the file size. If anyone knows about this, only me they do Python. We are sorry. The Go people, we are sorry. Come on. Python is... No. Let me just keep quiet on that. So basically they also open the file and they read it like within that size, and they send. But it doesn't make sense if they are doing send all here and send. Oh, they sent the file size first. Please let me know what I'm talking about here. Like, I hope you understand what's happening. Honestly, I don't understand half of this, but I'm going to try and implement it and come back. If it doesn't work, then we go again. So when you are sending, I want to send the file size first, right? Yeah, I want to send the file size as a first thing. So what I'm going to do is that after the connection is made, I get a file size, right? Get a file size. So file size is equal to not client os dot is it O that comes first or S, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S? Okay, O comes first. Where's that path that gets size? You can get the size of the file path, right? So the idea is that I'll do client address dot send. I mean, this will be in bytes, right? Return the size of the file. It's an integer, it has to be in bytes. I mean, come on. What else could it possibly be in? So what I'll do is that I'll send this size first as the initial thing. Maybe the file name as well. Come on. You think I know the position of O and S off the top of my head? No, of course not. File name. For now, let's forget about the file name. Not important, right? Not client address, client socket dot send. What do you send? The file size first. So all I'm going to do is to send what file size dot. Can I encode the size? It has to be a string for me to encode it, right? So f string. What? Can't even press the button. Well, right. Dot encode. And we encode it out. I mean, how you can't tell me that the size, writing of the size would be more than 1024 bytes. So yeah, UTF-8. So I'm sending this. Good. Send this first. Now that we open the file, right? So we open file path as file to send, and then what we do is that what we read a chunk of it as what file to send dot what read, and we pass in what a size of 1024, right? Then what we send this chunk. I mean, we have to encode it also. Then we do what? Client. Why does address come first? Socket dot send. We send the chunk, right? Right. But then the problem is that we have to continue reading until we reach the end. until we reach the end. How did they do that? Because this will only send the first 1024. Ha! This operator that I believe nobody actually uses in Python. Maybe I understand what it means. But then I had something. What read bytes? I don't know if this is less than or equal to. Like, I want to understand that because it doesn't make sense. Wait, where is this read bytes coming from? Okay, you have to read the file as binary so that it makes sense. Where is this read bytes coming from? Okay. As long as there is something to read, he's setting it to be equal to this, and then he's sending that. I think that's what it means. So we're going to do it our way, not his way. Also, I have to read this as binary so that, you know. So yes, so our chunk, we can do this dot encode. Please tell me the time is not up yet. Right, and then the next chunk would be equal to what? Same thing again. Then at the end we close. This logic makes perfect sense. Let's go to receive. So I want to send a send here. Receive could also be there. But anyway, so in receive, we will first receive the file size, correct? Where is it? So we create a server, we connect, we receive. The first thing that we receive would be the file size, right? I'm just going to like print it out again so that we make sure that that's true. For now, I'm going to, where is the receive? Instead of doing this, I mean, I know it already, so I don't want to be typing it over and over again. So server IP should be equal to what? 127.0.0.1. Really. dot. And server port should just be equal to what? 4004. I mean, I just want to make sure that I'm not stressing, right? So yeah, Python send or up send Python app receive receive. Who said invalid input? The invalid input is supposed to come. In fact, don't tell me that I typed an extra space there. How can you do that to me? Receive. Great. Int attribute error as, but what? Where from all of this? If so output that is numeric, it's okay. put it into that. Receive. Okay, we got something. 26 bytes. Did I mean decode? What do you mean byte has no attributes? Oh, I'm not supposed to encode this then because the chunk, since I'm reading byte, where is, not here, send, where is send? Since I'm reading bytes, I don't think I have to like encode it. I could just send a chunk like that, right? Hey, I'm typing receive for real. Great. Great. Now let's think about what we're going to do. So we received the size, right? That's what we received. So the first thing that we'll be receiving is the file size. We know that for sure. That would be the first thing that we receive, right? So you get this in bytes, so we can convert. We know it, I mean, we are the ones sending it. We know it to be an integer. Let me use a float just to be safe. Did this say it was going to? It was always going to be an integer. Okay. So now when we get that as a file size, what we'll do is that while open, we give it a name, received file.py. Oh, wait. I mean, this is why we probably need to like send a file name also over, but I think that this is okay for now. Why did I say wow? With open as file whatever. Right. We want to be able to what? Write binary. Right, and so we receive a chunk. So chunk is equal to what? File size. No, not file size. Client server. Did I really write a thing as client server? Now that I think of it, it's supposed to be client socket. Bro. That's all this for. And you guys never told me. You guys never told me what is client server. Ladies and gentlemen, what is client server? Let's receive, and we are supposed to receive 1024 because why not? And anytime we receive, we subtract. Does byte have a size? So while there is chunk, we write. I mean, just like how we are sending whilst there is chunk, we write. Here. After we are done, I think this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what exactly are we doing with this size? I thought we are supposed to know the size. Let's just run it and see what happens first. Receive. It created a file, right? But I don't know what's happening here. Wait. I think it's writing too much. This literally has 4 gigabytes. I just say, ladies and gentlemen. It created a 5 gigabyte file because I didn't know when to stop. That was the problem. Yeah. Please. Right. It worked. It just didn't work. It worked. It just didn't work like we wanted it to. Because this one actually stopped if you look at it. But here, simply was always receiving. Wow, chunk. Ooh, right. I never updated the chunk after here. Shit. I needed to update it to make sure that I received the next chunk, but I never did. I think that was the problem. Yeah, let's run it again and see. Receive. Yeah, that stopped. So we have reached a milestone. Yeah, it's in the loop. You're right, Eugene. We have reached a milestone. I mean, the received file was actually a file that we received. Ladies and gentlemen. And it's exactly the same. Where is the test file? Test file. Instead, if I was to put some things over there like that, where's the received file? I want to open it down and see it, do the magic. So now to run this. What is happening? Oh, I'm waiting for it to receive. Yeah, you can see that the spaces and everything have been added. Good job. Of course, good job to me. Now we know how to send a file and receive a file. I think this is a good milestone for today. This is a good milestone for today. This is a very good milestone for today. Let me just understand what we did right now. Finally. So here, maybe open a file, read a chunk. While there's chunk, we send, right? Okay, makes perfect sense. And in receive, then technically we don't really need a file size for anything. I thought we were going to be doing calculations for the thing, like how these guys were doing calculations to check the file size to see if it's, oh, come on, bro. What's all this? Yeah, we'll take it like that. Ladies and gentlemen, get status. I'm adding these. Thank you, Eugene. I'm adding this to the loop or whatever it's to the loop to GitHub. Git status, git add, or git commit. Implement initial work on sending file. What do you mean error? Oh yeah, you are definitely kidding. Nothing is wrong. I don't think I can push right now. Git push origin me. What I did? Okay. Great. Socket thing. Refresh. And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, I said I shouldn't be saying it. Hope, what do you mean error? You are definitely fooling. I shouldn't push yet. I did. What's up? Did I push this? Tell me I did not push this, did I? Did I push that? Receive. Yeah, I did. I did. I did. It's all right. It's fine. Git add. Git commit. I hope that's the only thing that has changed though, because this one they know about. Git commit. Correct typo. See, this is what I hate about the whole streaming thing, right? It seems there is like a delay or 20-second lag or something. So because of that, I'm unable to um, I'm able to like connect with you guys in real time. You know what I'm saying? Like I do the thing before I end up seeing your comment. It takes some time because why I stream actually delays for like 10 seconds before it actually reaches you guys. I hope everything is sorted now, right? Because we are sorted. Who wrote this thing? The socket thing. Haha. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Are we good? I'm actually waiting on you guys to tell me that everything is good because I feel like probably I've made an error somewhere again. But I think we are good to go. Instead of 1 hour, we have just spent 1 hour 30 minutes. Interesting. You know, I've not actually stopped to see how many people were actually watching the stream. Let me see. Oh, there are 3 current viewers. Wow. I think we are doing great, right? Great. Great. So guys, we are good, right? Sorted. So yes, thank you guys for joining. We'll continue on Saturday. Tomorrow I won't be available, so Saturday will be the day that we continue. I don't think this is going to take a long time, but then yeah, like I was saying, when we send it, now that we know how to send a file, of course we have to polish how we are doing it. But then we send a file. That's like one aspect. The other aspect is encrypting the IP address of the person, because the way I'm looking at it, I want someone in another location to open up the app and just enter some code, and that would like be a representation of the IP address and the port of the sender, right? But then there has to be like some sort of encryption, because we can't just like share that just like that, right? So I don't know if you guys know any way that we can encrypt the IP address and the port, and yeah, let me know, like securely, so that nobody else will be able to do it, right? So after encryption, we have to also work on the GUI. I'm thinking of using PyQt to get some GUI. So the user selects like a file, so click select file, right? When you select the file, then we can work with it so that it would be interactive from a GUI POV. But guys, thanks for watching. I'm ending the stream now. Thanks for joining. Cheers. I hope you learned something. If anything, you can just refer to this. If you really have to contact me, you know where to find me on Twitter, of course.